Welcome to Dating Solutions. Today we're going to go over the WordPress dating plugin admin area. There's a lot of new features in version 4.7.2, so I'll take a few minutes and explain how these new features work. But first I'll go through the basics. So where we are right now, we're in the dating plugin admin area, and we're under settings and we're under general. And the settings is where you turn everything off and on and set things up, how they work and how they operate. So I'll go through them pretty quickly here. So my friends, that's the my friends option. On the user side, users can add friends to each other. The flirt module is the winks module. It's just, we call it flirts here, but it's winks. Users can send winks. You can turn that off or on. It's on by default. Skype mode. Skype mode allows a user to enter their Skype name, and they can allow people to see it, or they can allow just their friends to see it. It really depends. So if a user is online and they have their Skype added, then people can Skype them. It's also a premium member function. We'll get to the premium member functions here in a minute. Free mode is, you can have the site 100% free when free mode is on. When you turn free mode off, you get other settings under here that pop up. One of which is the free trial. You can set up a free trial for gender, a specific gender or both, and then you can set the number of days here. So this means your site is in paid mode, and you'll have to set up your memberships and enter your gateway information if you're in paid mode. For now, we'll turn this off by turning free mode back on. Zip codes, it allows, when it's on, it allows your members to search users based on a certain number of miles from any given zip code. When you turn zip codes on, you're going to want to add a zip code. We have UK zip codes, Australian, Canadian, Danish, Dutch, French, and Spanish. So when you click on one of these, it installs only that one zip code database. You can only have one zip code database at a time. When you click on one of these, it will disappear. So if I click on UK, it's going to install the UK zip codes, and then UK will not be there. If you click on Australian, UK will come back because it will remove the UK zip codes and install the Australian. You need to make sure that you have uploaded all of the country CSV files so that it can import the files. The reason that this is here is because we try to keep the size of the plugin down so that it can be installed fairly easy. These things can be installed as an after effect. Enable email. When set to on, you can choose a gender that can this is if your site's in free mode. I'm sorry, is not in free mode, that you're charging for things. You can say you want to have females email for free. They won't be able to access other stuff, but they can reply to emails. That's for sites that are strictly for men looking for specific types of women, like Thai dating, Asian dating, things like that, where Asian women can't afford to pay memberships, so they'll allow the women to communicate with the men. But the men do have to pay. That's set up for that scenario. We'll turn this off. Member list. When you click on the members page and you're not logged in, you'll see a list of all the members. You can set that here to be all men, all female, or both. Force profile. Force profile, when turned on, it forces the user to create a profile after they register and log in. They can't search, they can't use any of the features unless they create a profile. We created this because customers were wanting users to create a profile, and they weren't creating one. They were using the system but not creating a profile. Force profile turned on allows the admin to force users to create a profile. Then they can access all the other features. Rate profile is the star rating system that you see in the bottom of a profile view. Instant messenger on off here. I am recipient. This is if instant messenger is turned on. It dictates the recipient can reply to the instant messenger if he's a free or premium member. It depends on how you set that there. Blogs turned on or off. It just gives a little blog function for the user. Picture gallery. This is the photo gallery of the user side. When it's off, they can't create photo galleries. Same thing for video and audio. When they are off, Users can't they can't upload video or audio. Match alert. This is the matching system that's on the user side that we've gone through via the user side review area. This, when it's on, they can set up the match alerts that they receive via their email. Couples profiles, when on, it allows couples to create a profile. There's a dual profile for them. Date tracker, when it's on, users can click on a profile and then add that person to their date tracker. And that allows that person to, say that person has gone on a date with that person, they can create a little bit of a message area for that, just strictly for the user to see notes, if you will, for a specific profile person that they've gone out with. Guest limit profile. It's off by default, but when you turn this on, you get a number of profiles. These are users who are not logged in. These users, when viewing profiles, some sites will only allow you to view a certain number of profiles before forcing you to register. That's exactly what this does. If you set it to 10, users who are not logged in or not registered and logged in, they can view only 10 profiles before they're forced to register. They will not be able to view any more if that's on and set. Register redirect. A lot of questions about this. So, if you don't want to use the registration tab that's on the dating plugin and you have your own register page, then you can create that custom URL. So you just type that URL here, and when users click on the register tab or the register link, it redirects them to that page. That's if you don't want to use the built-in register function of the dating plugin. Mobile, this is not the mobile dating app, this is the mobile dating browser. It's on by default, and it's just a stripped down version of the dating plugin so that it's viewable on the iPhone, Android devices. Terms page, if you want to have your own terms and conditions, you turn that on and then you link to that page here. Group chat mode. This is the chat that you see where everyone can log in and chat. It's a group chat. That's all it is. You can turn it on or off here. There's also a one-to-one chat feature in version 4.7.2. This allows you to, when you view a profile of a person who's online, you have an extra icon, and that will send an alert notification to that other user asking them if they want to chat with you. They can accept it or reject it. Once accepted, they enter into a one-on-one chat with that user. Comments. If you look at the bottom of the profile, you see where you can add comments to that profile. You can turn that on or off here. All comments are approved by the user who's receiving them. Astrological signs. If you look at the profile view, you see the astrological signs. That is based on the user's birthday. Virtual gifts. Virtual gifts is, again, at the bottom of the profile. You can add virtual gifts. There's an icon for that under the photo in the profile view, and you can add virtual gifts. If you're going to add virtual gifts, you're going to want to go to the tools area and add the virtual gifts there. Make sure you've created the gifts folder under wp-content/uploads/DSP_media. Make sure you give it 777 so that, and then you can upload your gifts that users will be able to send to other users. And where were we? Okay. You can set the number of gifts that a user can send. Whatever number you want to put. After a certain number, they can't send anymore. Notification. If you're on the user side and you have people on your friends list, then when they log in, you'll get an alert notification in the top right-hand corner of the screen. That's the way it's set up on the demo. And it's just a little notification that appears on the screen telling you that your friend is logged in, or someone's viewed your profile, a friend has viewed your profile, or you've received a new email. There's many things that does. You can turn that on or off. You can select the position of where you want that notification to appear and how long the notification message will appear on the screen. 5 seconds is the default. In the extras area of the user side, we have a meet me function. It's just like what you see on Plenty of Fish. You click on a photo and you can click yes or no to meet that user, and an email is sent to that user letting them know that you would like to meet them. Refresh rate. Refresh rate was created for those customers who are on a shared server environment. Before, the refresh rate was automatically set at 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds it would refresh the chat area, refresh the chat widget area, refresh the online widget area, and refresh the one-to-one chat as well as notifications. Since it was automatic, it was causing site issues with shared servers. Hosting companies were getting irritated because it was putting a lot of resources on the server. Shared environments are not good to run dating sites. It's just that simple. But a lot of people can't change their hosting, or they don't want to change their hosting from a shared environment, so we added the refresh rate. If you're on a shared environment, you might want to change that refresh rate to somewhere around 10 to 15 seconds. That will decrease the load on the server dramatically. Authorized profiles. This is the approval section for all media. You can automatically approve all profiles if they're all set to on. If you want to manually approve everything, then you can set it to off. You can approve profiles, photos, audio, videos, and comments. Status updates, when those are added onto a profile, that's part of the actual profile. Settings, this is where you set the image count, the audio count, and the video count. That's the number of images, audio, and video a user can upload. We'll go on to memberships now. Memberships is where you create the memberships that you're going to see on the user side. And on that user side, you will see that right here. That's the upgrade membership area. So the memberships that you create here will show up here. So when adding a new membership, I'll just edit one here, you have to fill out this information. Give it a name, give it a price. Don't include the $, just give it a price, the number of days, and the name. You also want to create an icon for that. You can see that I have the icon there. And you want to activate those features for that membership. So if your site is not in free mode, it's in paid mode, then whatever you have checked here is going to require the user to upgrade to this membership to use those features. And then you just save your changes, and then your memberships will show up right here. Gateways. With the 4.7.2, we have PayPal, Authorized.net, PayPal Pro, PayPal Advance, and the Ideal Payment Gateways. You just select the one you're going to use and put the information in there. Spam, kind of self-explanatory. Turn it on. Any of these words that are sent via email will disable the user's profile and alert the admin that a spammer is on the system. Matches. This is works with the match alert system that's on the user side. These are the profile questions that you create. If you create new profile questions, then they will appear here dynamically. The more you mark active, the fewer the results will be. So what it will do is, since if you see here, seeking is the only one that's marked active. So if a man has the same seeking answer as a woman, then that's a match, and they'll both receive an email that they're a match. If you select seeking and eye color, then a man has to match both answers in those profile questions with the female profile to get a match. So most people just select active, but the more things you mark active, the fewer the results will be. Blacklist. Say you have someone that you don't want on the site. You can add their username or their IP, and it will blacklist their IP. They will receive a message that says they have been blacklisted from the website. Please contact admin if there are any issues. Keeps known people who are abusing your system out of your system. Premium member. This is where, say you have friends, when your site's in paid mode, you want to give free membership to your friends. So you search the user base, and then you find your friend, you could search for their username, and then you give them the number of days premium membership. For example, we could give Jennifer 20 days free premium membership of the gold membership. Now these are the two membership plans that I have created. So you can extend her for 20 days for the gold membership. You can also search for premium members. Since the site's in free mode, there won't be any users, but search for a premium member and then you can block them. So for example, we can take Jennifer and we can give her 20 days and extend her for the gold membership. And then we can search and find Jennifer. She's extended for 20 days. And we can cancel that membership for her, just like that. Instant Messenger, this is with the 123 Flash chat. There's another video for that. This is where you enter your site ID and API code. DS News, these are just some of the blogs that we post, and you can see you can keep up to date with what's going on. Anytime we create a new version and you install that new version, you're going to have to update your database. You're going to want to come here, and there's going to be a button that shows up here. It's going to know what version you have, and it's going to know you need to update your database, and you just click that. It currently says the database is up to date. Media. This is where all of your media is. Your profiles, your galleries, your photos, your audio, comments, videos, emails, and blogs. The first one is always going to be pending so that you see what's pending. And then profiles area. These are all the profiles. You can click on a profile to see that information for that profile. You can change any information on that profile. You can also search for a user to change their profile as well. That's the pending area and the approved area for profiles. Same thing for gallery photos. Anything awaiting to be approved is going to show up here. Anything approved is going to show up here. Members photos, same thing. Audio, same thing. Comments. Since excuse me. Since the comments are already there, there's a pending and approved section. There's not a rejected or deleted area. Videos, emails. With the emails, it's kind of interesting because you can see all of the emails that are sent on the system. You can just kind of monitor everything that's going on. So all you have to do is you can see that the user demo has sent Crazy Girl an email. And if you hover your mouse over the message, you'll see the contents of the email. All you got to do is just hover your mouse and you can delete whatever you want. One thing you need to know about profiles. A lot of people have asked this. How do you delete a profile? There's one way to delete a profile. Say you want to delete a profile. You select it over here and then you hit this drop down. Now you have two options here. You have delete and delete permanently. Deleting will delete the profile. Delete permanently will delete the profile and the username. Because it's WordPress, there's already a username table, database table. So this is a dating plugin. We don't have a username aspect to this. So it relies on the WordPress user table for the username information. So you want to delete the profile, and delete permanently deletes the profile and the username. Be very careful here that you don't delete permanently the admin account. That will lock you out. So go to blogs, same thing. You can see all the blogs that were written. All you need to do is just hover your mouse over those. Tools, profiles. This is where you create profiles. You can delete all these profile questions. You can add to them by clicking on them, and you simply add to them here. You add the new option, and then you set the order where you want it to appear, and then you click add. You can add a new profile question, whether it's a drop down or a text box. Set the order, the maximum characters for it if it's a text box, and click add profile question. Flirts. This is where you add all of your flirts. You can delete the ones that are on the system and add your own. This is the same thing as Winks on the user side. Email templates. This is where all of the email templates are. If you want to, anytime a user receives an email externally letting them know that they have an email, this is a template for it. And you can change this to whatever you want. There's a template for everything for all emails that are sent out. Geography. If you don't like all of the countries that are in the database, you can remove them all. If you just want to change or add cities, for example, United States, it automatically shows you the states, and then it automatically shows you the cities. You can edit these or delete these or do whatever you want with them. Language. The language has been broken down into 3 sections in version 4.7.2. You can search for a specific text, and that will give you those entries. You want to edit everything on the right side over here. So you can change these to whatever you want. For example, photos. If you want to change the word photos, do a search and it'll show you where all the photos are. Put in what you want and click save. It will save all. It will save all of that. So we go back and change that and we click save. That's the existing language that you can search and replace. Say you want to have Spanish as your default and only language, then you search for everything. Keep this blank and search, and it will show you all of the language. Change everything on this right hand side and then go to the bottom and click save, and then your default language will be Spanish. Adding text. Say there's a new function that you've added. You would add that here. In the code on the file, you would put the code name and then the text name here. Most of the time you won't even do this. Adding a language. We have removed the language files from this, and now it's database driven. So if you want to add a new language, for example, we'll do Japanese, and we'll give it the Japanese flag. And then we click add. So what we want to have here is we're going to have 2 languages. This is in demo mode, so it won't show. But when we do the search, we'll have a Japanese tab right here. Profile generator. We already have a video for the profile generator, so we'll go ahead and skip that for now. Excuse me. Log files. Log files can grow in size over time. So in order to keep your database to a minimum, you can clear the chat logs and the meet me logs and notification log files. So clearing these will clear the chat, the group chat, the one-to-one chat, the meet me log, and the notifications that are on screen. Gender. We had this request a few times, so we went ahead and did it. Man, woman, and couples are default. So I have added groups as another gender. And if you want to add another one, testing as another gender, just click add and it will pop up there. And that will show up on the edit profile, and all the search areas as another drop down. Virtual gifts, I've already explained that earlier, so you can add your virtual gifts here. Reports. This is your quick stats. This shows you the amount of links that were sent, how many people are online, the members' photos, the galleries, audio, video, email sent, total interest, registered users, profiles created, and dates tracked. This week is a little graph of things that have happened for this week. Profiles created, profiles registered, profiles created, payments, links sent, emails sent, friends made, and dates tracked. Profiles. This is the profile breakdown based on the genders that you have set up. Memberships. This is the membership breakdown. Since the site is free, it's not showing up here because it's an automatic generation of a graph. So if there's no data, it's not going to generate the graph. That's why you don't see it here. Accounting is all of your accounting based on all your memberships. You can select a date by clicking in the by clicking in the box. It'll allow you to select dates if you want to go on between dates. You just select the date that you want, and then it'll generate that report for you. Marketing, these are just a couple of things that we have added in for that. So that's pretty much it for the WordPress dating plugin admin area. If you have any questions, feel free to submit a support thread and we'll take a look at it. Thanks a lot.